night. Actually, I think as of now it's Sunday morning, and we'll get a little bit of free time on our hands. Thought it'd be fun for us to do a long overdue live stream for the video game section of the Noel ComiX YouTube channel. We have Jetman going on Pluto TV, and we have our Super Console X fired up in the background because we're going to be playing some of that tonight. Because, fun fact, Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School has got an English translation. So we're going to be playing some of that tonight, and we'll see where the evening leads. Those of you who don't know, Miho Nakayama is my favorite Japanese pop idol. Yes, hey, international channel for life. I was just getting things set up, so took the obligatory selfie in front of the Christmas tree, because every time you do one of these live streams, YouTube wants you to upload a thumbnail to go with the live stream. So I just also wanted to make sure that it was nice and hydrated. Hey, hang on a second, man. I got Santino wasn't sleeping. Yeah, no, I don't know. So we actually, I took him to the gym because I wanted to get a boxing workout in. And the boxing jiu-jitsu gym shares a wall with the comic shop. So after, he ran around the gym and I hit the heavy bag, went to the comic shop. I got you a Gundam Seed Chibi Gundam from Japan. So I'll send that your way in the near future. But I figured he would be pretty tired from running around the gym, and I don't know, bro. He just I took a shower, I grabbed a snack, and when I came back, it was 11 o'clock, and he was just on the couch watching the phone kind of thing. So then we snuggled up and watched some Jetman, and he fell asleep. So actually, I have Jetman. Yeah, that'll be awesome. I'll show you the Gundam in just a second. I'm super happy whenever they show Jetman on Pluto TV. So I brought the Panasonic PVM with RGB back in the game room. That PVM is showing its age. I had my CRT expert friend get it going as good as it could go. The RGB section works pretty well. The monitor's got to warm itself up. Hey, Sinister, what's going on, brother? Monitor's got to kind of warm itself up for a second. And once it does, it's fine. It's not as sharp as the JVC monitor. And this PVM is ridiculous, dude. It's just so bright and vibrant. The Panasonic one is quite good. And I just feel bad having it go to waste, especially having an extra RGB monitor. It gives me more options in terms of, places to hook up consoles. And I wanted to put my Xbox up because Serafina keeps turning it on. And that's a special Xbox. I don't want her breaking anything on it. She just keeps hitting buttons on it. So, good times, good times. Here, let's take a Slate field trip. So I bought myself a Gundam when I was at the comic shop. I like the SD Gundams a little better because there's just less to keep track of. But I got myself a little Death Scythe right here. And I do get the big ones too, but I think the SD ones kind of have more personality. But I know International Channel said he liked Gundam Seed. So, I snagged this one. So that's pretty cool. So, I'll try to find a way to get this in the mail. These are older and have been sitting in storage. I got this cool Image comic too here. So yeah, Heroes and Villains is awesome. I'm actually gonna be drawing there Saturday, December 8th. They're having a kind of a Christmas thing where some local artists and vendors are just kind of drawing and chillaxing, and I'll be doing my stuff. Man, I really like uh, Jim Lee's stuff. You know, it's just quality stuff. You know, my only complaint right now about Tokishotsu showing, am I doing my Macho Man impression? Not unless I have a soundboard to keep things sounding good. You know, it's like really kind of annoying me right now, and I am about to break into a Macho Man impression. Tokishotsu, like, they keep skipping over the opening of Jetman. Like, it's like they'll show it, and then like there'll be like some like loading error, and then the episode will be going on. And like the best part about Jetman, in addition to the story, which is amazing, although the last episode sucks. I mean, it's like good, but it's not. I don't know. I mean, I can spoil a series if you want, but Jetman is like ZU Ranger is what our Power Rangers took their Japanese footage from, but Jetman is the series that they got the Ranger tropes from. So, I mean, if you like Power Rangers and you want to check out Super Sentai, Jetman would be the one to check out if you want to see something like a more mature, darker, poppier version of Power Rangers. I love Power Rangers. Don't get me. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, Power Rangers sucks. Japanese stuff is better. I mean, I think the Japanese stuff generally is better, but Power Rangers is on par or as good as a lot of the Japanese stuff, and sometimes it's better than the Japanese stuff. At least the early Power Rangers. But like Jetman is my favorite Sentai thing. Just it's so good. But the last episode pisses me off, and I can explain why. So I don't remember what I was talking about. Speaking of the Wolf Pack, what's going on with the Wolf Pack? You don't turn your back on the Wolf Pack. You might wind up in a body bag. That's right. You know what was like really dumb is that I always heard that the Wolf Pack story was supposed to be like Hogan and Macho versus Hall and Nash. That would have made much more sense than to do Nash and Macho and then throw Hall and NWO Hollywood. Like, the way that was done wasn't bad, but, it didn't... It could have had better... my other comment got filtered asking what you thought about them. The Wolfpack? Or what do I think about Macho Man? Or Power Rangers? The Wolfpack? I like the Wolfpack. I was always an NWO Hollywood guy, as evidenced by my... I was always Team Hollywood. Hogan was always my hero. I liked Nash, but the second Nash turned against Hogan, I was like totally NWO black and white for life. I only liked the Wolfpack once Hulk joined, and I thought that was a really cool storyline because it was a cool payoff. I mean, would it have been cool to have a Hogan-Nash match in, like, a cage or something? Yeah, sure it would have been, and they probably should have done that, but the actual narrative of the Wolfpack Hollywood fusing together, where Nash ended up being the leader, but Hogan ended up getting the belt, was, like, really good, because neither side could beat each other, so the compromise was... Nash gets to lead, but Hogan gets the belt. So Hogan gets what he wants, and Nash gets what he wants, and now you have the NWO reunited, which I thought was like really cool. And I actually liked Jinko Gene Hulk Hogan because Hulk was always like over the top, so it made sense for him to be like, kind of like flamboyantly, egomaniacal with his Jinko jeans and his knit hat kind of thing, Hulk doesn't do anything half speed, you know what I'm saying? I get really annoyed when people criticize the NWO for having too many members and say that the NWO should have just been a tight elite group, because that would have been really stupid, because what they're talking about is the Four Horsemen. The NWO was special because it was mysterious and it was its own rival wrestling company. It was supposed to be a company, not a faction. and wrestling companies have a lot of wrestlers in the companies, and they're not all the coolest thing ever. Although everyone in the NWO I thought was pretty cool, from IRS, from like Wall Street, Big Bubba, Virgil, Vincent. I thought all those guys were good members, especially Vincent, because if DiBiase is in the NWO as the financial backer, it makes perfect sense to have his bodyguard in there. Number one. Number two, I've also heard people say that the Giant was a stupid member to have in. That is really dumb, because Andre the Giant was, the major WWF big man, and the Giant was always positioned in WCW to be either his son or his successor. So it makes perfect sense for the WWF invading faction to have Andre the Giant in it. Or, especially like Andre the Giant's offspring or whatever, when he's had a relationship with Hogan as his rival, and now Hogan is in charge of the NWO, and he's able to, kind of bring in the Giant, because the Giant is, naive, and Hogan has like wealth and power and manipulation skills. It all makes perfect narrative sense and works really well. So a lot of the conventional criticism of the NWO is, I think, complete bullshit. Like, especially when the people are trying to say like, oh, the NWO stopped being cool when Hogan joined. Dude, there is no NWO without Hulk Hogan. It has been tried and tried and tried, and it never works, because it's not going to work. Because Hulk Hogan is the Michael Jordan of professional wrestling, and there's no magical Chicago Bulls without Michael Jordan, and there's no good NWO without Hollywood Hogan. And the only reason that the Wolfpack was anything decent was because it was juxtaposed against Hollywood. So there's that. I want Paul White to do a Monster Sumo match in AEW. So do I. And in fact, it's funny that you bring that up, because I've been watching a lot of Dark Side Hulk Hogan vignettes, and they're phenomenal. Mainly because he's insane. I love the Dungeon of Doom as well, because the NWO wouldn't have had its impact as this dark apocalyptic thing if you didn't have the cartoony, batshit crazy Dungeon of Doom stuff. And the Dark Side of Hulk Hogan stuff was also hilarious, especially when he had a Phantom of the Opera mask and a giant sword. And he was talking about how he was exploring the mysterious dark side of Hulkamania. And then there's this one great vignette where Hulk and Macho Man are hanging out in Venice Beach, and it's the dark side of Hulk Hogan, and Hulk is ranting and raving, and there's all these hippies, and there's this drunk hobo who Hulk is saying is their manager. It's really good stuff. Also, another, I can hear my poor baby crying upstairs. And there's other really great promos where, Hulk is in the Dungeon of Doom and just ranting and raving about the dark side of Hulkamania. It's great. The other great thing about the Dungeon of Doom too is, I've gone through this a million times, but that one vignette where Hulk busts through the wall. No. Hulk comes into the Dungeon of Doom, is surprised by the not hot water, and then the Giant busts through the door like the Kool-Aid Man and chokes out Hulk Hogan, and and Kevin Sullivan's crush Hulkamania. And then I remember all these skits from WCW Saturday Night, because I watched them when they were happening in '94, and I just remember this great one of Kevin Sullivan running through the jungle in his underwear, and the Dungeon Master's head floating in the sky. TNA just did this really stupid skit about Eric Young getting killed. And the only reason I say that it's stupid is because it's just the second WWE calls, these guys just drop anything and go back. And it really shows how low regard they hold companies that aren't WWE, particularly Impact, in. So Eric Young's character killed itself off, which I like the over-the-top nature of, and that over-the-top nature, that Lucha Underground stuff, wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for the Dungeon of Doom. So there's that. I like how WCW had tiers of heels I felt like the Dungeon of Doom was more heel than the Horsemen, but the NWO was more heel than everyone. That is correct, sir. I completely agree with that. And it was interesting when the NWO came in, it kind of forced the Dungeon of Doom and the Four Horsemen to be anti-heroes, you know, which is interesting because then you could also argue that there was an anti-hero dimension to the NWO because Hogan had good reasons for turning heel. You know, a lot of that Owen Hart, Nation of Domination, Blackheart stuff was ripped off of Hollywood Hogan. You know, where, you know, Owen Hart's like, I tried to be a nice guy, you know, like that was all Hollywood Hogan's heel debut promo because, you know, and even like his early promo on Nitro was Hollywood Hogan at Disney. You know, he was saying how, you know, he did everything for the kids and he laid out the right path and everyone booed him anyway. So, you know, F all of you guys, you know. So you don't like me? You want to see me be an asshole? I will be a real asshole, you know. And then he just kind of terrorized everybody using his powers for bad instead of good, or maybe he saw it as good in his own mind. See, Hollywood Hogan had like depth. He was a much deeper character than Steve Austin, and Sting was a much deeper character than Steve Austin too. Steve Austin, Stone Cold, was always just cheap heat. He was cheap heat and a good delivery, and he was someone that the WWF fans glommed onto because the WWF had gotten so god-awful that they saw Stone Cold as like some sliver of hope or some light at the end of the tunnel, you know, because they were loyal fans. And more power to them for being loyal fans. But there was just absolutely no comparing WCW to WWF until, you know, I don't know, 98. I mean, even that Tyson WrestleMania, I mean, the only reason people started tuning in to WWF was because WCW was so good. Mankind and The Rock, yeah, halftime heat or whatever, you know, like, you see The Rock getting pinned from the God's eye view of the forklift or whatever. The Rock and Sock connection. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I mean, WWF was cool, but I mean, it was only cool because it was copying WCW. Vince McMahon was able to see WCW was so good that people started liking wrestling again, and they're like, well, let's see what other kind of wrestling there is, and they would inevitably like just turn on WWF, and WWF started to put its best foot forward, and as WWF started to put its best foot forward out of like this kind of Hail Mary strategy where Vince Russo was like Vince McMahon's muse, and they were, you know, just copying ECW and the NWO and marketing it the only way Vince McMahon knows. You know, it just so happened that at that time, you know, Eric Bischoff started to hit a brick wall creatively because of either his own lack of talent and corporate drama at Turner. And I think it was probably more the corporate drama at Turner, because I think if Bischoff's mind was not preoccupied, he would have still been able to, you know, keep his momentum going. And ECW is just like running out of money, so, you know, and it just didn't have any good exposure, so, you know, WCW just kind of kept hitting the same note on the keyboard, and eventually that just made enough people turn the channel to WWF, and then WCW imploded, and Turner didn't want it on anymore, and that was the end of that. But WCW, I thought, was a superior product to WWF. Even in the Attitude Era, I thought that a lot of the 99, 2000, 2001 WCW stuff was more enjoyable to watch. It just wasn't consistent. Did you ever talk about fighting games on message boards? Someone years ago had opinions similar to yours. No. Maybe. I don't know. What message boards? The message boards I used to go on were long ago. I used to go on the Adult Swim message boards back in like 2002, 3, and 4. I used to go on those message boards. Maybe more like 3 and 4. Maybe like 3, 4, 5. Not so much 2002. Because I just got my Dell tower in 2000 fall of 2002, winter of 2003. And that's kind of when I discovered message boards. and I used to go on the Daizenshu EX message boards, and I used to like post manga, and the people there did not like what I posted. I posted this like crudely drawn, batshit crazy Dragon Ball fan manga about like it was like Videl had this like slutty superhero outfit, and like Gohan, like he was like Great Saiyaman, and like Goku Jr. came back from the future but was evil, and he was like beating up everyone, and then like Gohan, Goku, and Naruto like teamed up to beat Goku Jr. and I can't remember exactly how it ended, but the good guys ended up winning. Somewhere I do have that comic. It was when I had just started figure drawing, and I kept getting like all this negative feedback from the Sudome Studio Projects message boards. So like the first message boards I ever started posting on were the Sudome Studio Projects message boards that was run by this guy who did this American manga called Von Hunter or something like that. This was like, these were the people that were involved in the early Tokyo Pop Rising Stars of Manga contests, because I wanted to be a comic book artist when I was in high school. That was like, I always said to myself, like, what do I want to do when I'm out of high school? I want to be a comic book artist. And I had never had a proper drawing class, but I love to draw cartoons. And, you know, I was doing online school at TC3 because I like injured myself. I pinched a nerve in my chest, and I started to develop anxiety, and so I did a couple of semesters online. And kind of like weaned myself into getting reacclimated to like society and going to college in person and stuff like that. So I had like no drawing classes, and my school was like a small school, didn't offer very advanced drawing classes. Although I loved that school, it was the best school I've ever been to, Crown Christian Academy. But they didn't have an art teacher. So anyway, why am I saying this? Because my anatomy and stuff was not really good, and I didn't have a good sense of layout or anything like that. But I had a lot of energy, and I had some personality to my drawings. So I started posting them, and I had no idea how color worked. So I just loved loud colors. So I just like kept throwing all these like loud colors on stuff, and it was like this like awkwardly proportioned 80s style anime drawings with like loud colors. And the people on the message boards were like not happy with what I was posting, but there were a couple of people who kind of liked me just because of my pluck, and so they like, you got to do figure drawing. You got to do figure drawing. You got to do figure drawing. Your stuff looks too much like Dragon Ball, you know. And so I kept like trying to like change up my style and stuff like that. So that Dragon Ball comic had a kind of a elongated style that was a little odd. I don't know. So, but it was interesting. So I'm talking about this because those were like message boards that I used to post on. The funny thing is that when I posted that Dragon Ball comic on Daizenshu EX, everyone's like, this guy fucking sucks. This is a troll. This can't be serious, you know? And it's like, this guy's got to learn how to draw. And it's like, at that point, I actually had taken figure drawing classes and knew how to like draw photorealistic. And I knew how to draw some pretty nice manga style stuff with pastels too. It's just that I was experimenting with styles in that comic book and wasn't really familiar with drawing comic books. So it looked kind of weird, but I don't know, it had its character too. So I started posting like stuff from my art classes on the message boards. It's like, well, I know how to draw. Like this, I got like A's and B's in my art classes, and the people are like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Like, what is this? How come this looks good and the other one doesn't?" You know? I don't know. Someone asked what people thought about Eminem's Trump diss cipher. Unlike Noel, I love Marshall, but I feel it was pandering to political stuff. Oh yeah, please, absolutely. Eminem's full of shit. And you know why I think he did that too? It's because he's guilty of everything that Trump is like supposedly guilty of. And like celebrities, they all have like skeletons in their closet. You know, they probably have gotten like handsy with people who are under 18. Eminem's built a career out of saying like anti-gay stuff on his like rap albums and being provocative for the sake of being provocative. He's also white, you know, so he is just ripe for cancellation. His only thing that's saving his ass is that he's talented enough at his flow, and there's enough people and he's got the right politics, and he like bends the knee to you know, the right people. So what he's doing is, I think he's trying to, with that, you know, diss track, he was trying to like get out in front of his cancellation that might be coming with all this stuff. Like a lot of like celebrities, you know, like Dustin Hoffman, Harvey Weinstein, a lot of people that got like canceled were like liberal people, you know. I mean, Trump is like, he's just the target of the CIA, and I mean, he's not that intelligent. He's a lot of the time the lesser of two evils, I think, but he's also not intelligent enough to actually take the moves he could take to be a great politician. Because, hang on a second, I'm just gonna lower my volume here because I want to kind of talk here. Because, listen, like Napoleon had a really good quote: "Don't interrupt your enemy when he's defeating himself." And Trump does that all the time. He has people who are worse than him that do really, really stupid things, and then while they're in the middle of hanging himself, he screams something stupid for attention. Like this, you know, that's Trump's problem, you know. But Trump makes the right people angry. Like the people who he makes angry are like imperialists, like the neocons and John Bolton, you know, because, you know, John Bolton went on CNN and he just like basically exposed the whole thing. He's like, well, to use a Star Wars analogy, Trump is what we call a disturbance in the force. So basically what he's saying is that, you know, the political establishment chugs along with its corrupt bullshit, and Trump, not that Trump is any like great reformer or anything like that, he's an outsider who wants to be in charge and likes to bully bullies because he wants to be the biggest bully on the block. And, you know, he's got this kind of attitude that it's like, hey, if it's good for me and you respect me, I'll give you an attaboy or something like that, you know. And he's not someone who could be properly controlled and showed the right amount of respect to these invisible portions of the government that are beyond the electorate, that just stay in power and are entrenched in power because they've got all these, you know, economic and political connections and intelligence connections. And Trump wasn't responsive to their authority, so they had to break him. And basically there's a lot of liberal people that don't believe in anything, and then they found a new belief system in their hatred of Trump, and there was basically a 4-year psyop on the American people, whether it's intentional or unintentional, and I think it was intentional, of just constant nonstop hysteria and vitriol about Trump. And so after all that, he barely lost the presidential election, and then after, what he should have done is just declassified a bunch of documents about how the intelligence community was screwing him, which he had. You know, the worst of all being the Hunter Biden thing, because you just flat out had the CIA lying, Joe Biden lying, everyone just lying. Like, if I had a kid misbehaving in my class, if I had a kid like punch another kid and I saw it, and then that kid said, well, that was Russian disinformation. I mean, that is exactly what happened with that whole thing. And, you know, Trump even was like trying to go in that 60 Minutes interview. He's like, you know, people spied on my presidential campaign and all this other stuff. And like, all he had to do was like declassify all those documents and take his defeat and then run again. But instead, what he did was he tried to do to his enemies in 4 weeks what was done to him in 4 years, and then put himself in a really weak political position. And you know, I think the intelligence community and a lot of people wanted January 6th to happen. You know, that's why there was such light security at the Capitol that day. But Trump allowed himself to be put in that disadvantageous situation because, again, while your enemy is hanging himself, he has to scream for attention because he's that much of someone who loves a pissing contest. Now, you may ask yourself, is that the kind of person you want in the White House? And many people would say no. And I wouldn't like bat an eye at that. The only thing is that what are the alternatives? Like other bad alternatives. So, and the alternatives are more insidious in a lot of ways. But I digress. I'm sorry I went on that rant there. But yeah, American politics is in a rough place. But we shouldn't be. People pretended Trump came in like Leonidas on January 6th. He specifically said, "Don't be violent." Like they. He was dumb. Like he wanted people like I remember when Santino was born. Like people were rioting after Trump got elected, and the news was like portraying it favorably. It was like neutral to favorable. There were like people like like setting stuff on fire. I mean, this was like on the streets. Like violent protests. Smashing windows, all this other stuff. And the news was like yeah, people are doing this. It wasn't like oh they're just not accepting the election. Like I remember Good Morning America every morning was just like, where there's smoke, there's fire. Russia hacked the election, and it's like there's no evidence of anything. They just made up shit. Because the way that the intelligence community does shit is that they tell plausible lies, vague, plausible lies. That someone could look at that and say, well, that could be true, and I can't prove that it's not true, but I can't prove that it is true. So I'm just going to go with it because it's my bias, And Kanye's brain is getting broken, I think. You're a teacher. Maybe you need to tell Kanye what's wrong about his comments. I don't know what his... Kanye's problem is he's a provocateur and an attention whore. And, and you're black and Jewish, so, I'm sure you understand this better than me, but I've observed a lot of anti-Semitism and hip-hop culture and the African-American community. Not overall, but... like it's there, Nation of Islam, Al Sharpton, Nick Cannon, and like all these like lyrics and rap music. I mean, I think because black people have been treated in racist ways, they tend to be racist toward other groups like Asians and Jewish people. It's because like what was done bad to them, they take as a sign of strength or catharsis to do to other people. And so that's why there's a lot of that shit. And the thing is, if you have the right kind of politics, people will turn a blind eye to it. The problem with Kanye, in my opinion, is that if Kanye actually had his head on straight, he could pose a real problem for the establishment because he could potentially... I don't think he's going to because he's not acting coherent right now, or he's acting too selfish and... He just, I don't know what he's doing. He just wants to be he wants to be the Ubermensch, just kind of breaking every rule because he can. But if Kanye did have his head on straight, he could potentially merge the white working class and a lot of African Americans, which would be the step to... I don't know if he could do it on his own, but he could be a bridge to do that. If he was, like he was in that Tucker Carlson interview where he seemed like... my stepdad really liked him in that interview because he was like, yeah, this guy gets it. He's an independent thinker. He understands the conservative point of view. He's being treated unfairly. And it's like, yeah. And then he like opens his mouth and does like stupid shit like this, which again is not unique to him because there's a lot of anti-Semitism in hip hop and the black community, I think. Although I'm just saying that as someone who's observed it as an outsider. I mean, I've got African-American students and I haven't ever heard them say anti-Semitic stuff. No, not really. But I see them say a lot of anti-Asian stuff, anti-gay stuff. It's just like, yeah, it's like, and it's disproportionately them a lot of the time. And sometimes they just do it to be funny. They're not doing it to be malicious. But if a white kid did that, it'd have a whole different hue to it. But, I don't know. And I think sometimes it's bad for, African-Americans because I feel like because African-Americans have been so... persecuted, exceptionally persecuted in the United States, that, it's kind of like assumed that they should get a special set of rules where like they can misbehave. And I think that leads to a lot of damaging ways of thinking in African-American communities that does not help for like upward mobility or sense of responsibility or things like that. Are you a fan of Alex Jones? No, I'm not. I just think he's funny, but not in a good way. Like, I think he's like meme funny. I thought he was a crazy sensationalist warmonger. Yeah, Alex Jones is a professional wrestler and not a good one. Like, Trump is a professional wrestler, but he's like more of a mainstream professional wrestler. Trump's like a WWE professional wrestler. Alex Jones is like one of those pro wrestlers that like cuts his forehead with a cheese grater. You know, like that's kind of, like that's kind of the Alex Jones professional wrestling. He's like that weird, violent. Who's that? Alex Jones is like Nick Gage. You know what I'm saying? Like Donald Trump is Vince McMahon, and Alex Jones is like Nick Gage. Like that's kind of the difference, like between those two. Um, and yeah, but I do love the Alex Jones Super Saiyan meme where he's calling Barack Obama a devil, and then he starts screaming like right out of Dragon Ball. And then they had like the Super Saiyan sound effects and like the lightning, and he gets like the Super Saiyan hair. So yeah, it's really good stuff. On the topic of like really good memes, Justin Wang, one of my favorite YouTubers, posted this Instagram post about how to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of your VCR, but he did it in like the King James Bible English, and it was like phenomenal. And I cried to the Lord, "Thy VCR, my VCR has the peanut butter sandwich in it." And the Lord said unto him, "Verily I say unto you, fear not, my son. Grab the butter knife and put it in the VCR." And I don't know, I just find that amusing. So, yeah, I just want people to be clear-headed. Noel, does it surprise you, disappointed that I voted? No, I voted for Obama. I voted for Obama the first time. I voted, if you guys want to know, I was so anti-Iraq war. I was so anti-neoconservative that I just wanted the Republicans out of the White House. So I voted for Barack Obama and was hopeful that he might shake things up at least somewhat, and he didn't. And it was like, okay, whatever. So I didn't vote for him again. I voted for Stuart Alexander, who is the Socialist USA Party candidate, and he was actually a black socialist. He was a black socialist veteran. He ran a car dealership. He was really disorganized, but I pretty much just voted for him on principle, and I actually know him on Facebook, and he's a Facebook friend of mine, and he likes my posts sometimes. And he was just an honest guy who knew he wasn't gonna win, but was just kind of like running, and he was just kind of like a working class, like kind of, maybe like working class, middle class, small business owner guy, veteran guy who was like anti-capitalist with kind of a brain in his head. But he didn't know how to run his own campaign. Then I voted for Jill Stein, and when it was Hillary and Trump, and then I voted for Trump the last election because I was so disgusted by the last 4 years of how the establishment handled itself. And the Hunter Biden thing was what broke the fact that the Neo McCarthy stuff pretty much did it for me. Like, because I studied a lot of the Cold War history. Like, my minor was Soviet history, and I majored in I had like a master's degree in history that focused on late 20th century. So the McCarthyist stuff about like Russia's responsible for anything bad the United States does really bothered me. And what bothered me worse was that intelligent people were swallowing it because they hated Trump that much. They made the kind of the working class naive Glenn Beck listeners of the Obama administration look like, PhD candidates. They bought much worse conspiracy theories that were not on the fringes of talk radio. These were like on CNN and like the morning news and stuff like that. And it was really disappointed how people who were supposedly educated people just turned off their minds and believed what they wanted to believe because it went against the guy who they hated, But the Hunter Biden thing, that was just it, man. Like, you had like everything that Trump was impeached for the first time and worse was on that laptop. And then they tried to say like the Russians made up the laptop. And when people asked for specifics, they just they just said, oh, the Russians just made it up, which is like, what does that even mean? Like, like, oh, well, the CIA says. Oh, you mean the professional liars? People who are professional liars say it's made up? Because you're making me think that it's like actually true when you say professional liars say something is false. Yeah. And then the gall, like the total disgusting lack of integrity and disdain that those people had for the American public, to just think that you could just lie to them like that and think that they would swallow it. But the thing is, it's like, even if it was true, people were convinced that Trump was Hitler and Satan all rolled into one. And I had friends posting shit on Facebook from the Church of Satan that was like anti-Trump, and I don't even think it was done ironically. I mean, they were like that unhinged. And and the perfect example of it is like the biggest liberal asshat of them all, Sam Harris. This is this vitriolic anti-Christian, anti-Muslim atheist. He was basically like comparing like Trump's presidency to a meteor hitting the earth, and it's like it didn't matter if Hunter Biden had children dead in his basement, he would have voted against Trump anyway, because that's just what you had to do. And it's just like, yeah, you're not going to win when people have that kind of mindset. So no, all of this means that I don't think Trump is a particularly great presidential candidate, but I think he's just ended up being the lesser of two evils, because his opponents are just that corrupt and have intellectually imploded. And I still don't. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm not saying to vote for him or anything like that. I'm just saying that he is what he is, and they are what they are. So. I feel different. People define socialism so differently. Yeah, it is very confusing. I would say, and you know why it's confusing? Because of the Cold War, in my opinion. I think that the term socialist during the Cold War got fused with Soviet-style communist for two reasons. One, the United States wanted to make the term negative by associating it with Soviet dictatorship. The Soviet Union wanted to use the term socialist to define itself, because at that point in time, socialism still had some prestige in the developing world and in the second world and stuff like that, So the U.S. associated it with the Soviet Union to try to blemish it. The Soviet Union called itself socialist to try to make itself seem better than it was. And the actual term socialist, as far as I'm concerned, is just government control and having a heavy role in the economy. That is, lots of government-owned things, lots of government services, lots of government regulations of economic procedures. And you could have total government ownership of a lot of functions of the economy. Like, to me, that's socialist. And I think that's neutral. But, I mean, there's things about socialism that work and things that don't work. And there's things about capitalism that work and things that don't work, which is why you never have a full-blown socialist or full-blown capitalist system. You just kind of have mixtures of the two and label it whatever you want. But I think people who are anti-capitalist, by which I mean against the excessive abuses of power of capitalism, I don't think there's anything wrong with labeling themselves socialist. And the thing with socialism, too, is if you look at it from the Marxist point of view, Marx's philosophy was that socialism would grow out of capitalism. So socialism would essentially be the synthesis of the best that the business class had to offer and the best that the working class to offer, but it would be controlled by the working class. That was what Marx's idea of socialism was. And Marx naively believed that that would work so well that that would evolve into communism, because the society would be so successful at a certain point, then there would just be no more need for private property. The problem with that was that he never actually defined what the quote-unquote dictatorship of the proletariat would look like, because he didn't want to, because then he'd have to, actually, I don't, it's easy to criticize. It's hard to come up with solutions. You know what I'm saying? So he came up with these philosophical, abstract things that people liked, but he was very vague about how to achieve those things. He was just like, this is the goal, this is the reality, and then people filled in the blanks with brutality a lot of the time, and sometimes not. But The problem, I think, with Marx was it's completely understandable why a European person would be anti-religious, because the church in Europe grossly abused its power. But I think you have to have Judeo-Christian ethics grounding your philosophies and humility before God, or else you'll become you won't have perspective, and you'll start to fall into this ends justify the means mentality, and it leads to disaster. And we saw that in the 20th century, from the Titanic to to Hiroshima. So but I've been rambling for 45 minutes about politics and pro wrestling, so you can tell I'm over my stomach bug. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how you know that Noel is feeling better. You know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of get on a roll bitching about this kind of stuff. So, but I do this. No. It's not your bad. I mean, it's yeah, I'm happy that you're here. So I don't know. And well, obviously I'm just saying what I think. I mean, what I think is not like gospel or anything like that. It's just my perspective. And I'm someone who wants the United States to be healthy and honest. Like, I think the United States is a really good society in many ways that's achieved the greatest accomplishments out of any civilization. But I just want us to behave honestly and ethically on a global stage. And I understand that, leading, there's things that I don't know about, and, the people in charge, have to maintain order and things like that. But maintaining order and, breaking international law and, being dishonest and corrupt are not, that's not good leadership. That's how you lose the mandate of heaven and the mandate of the people, according to Confucius. So yeah. So you got to put that in a fortune cookie. The quality of fortune cookies has declined greatly. I opened a fortune cookie the other day, and I got this fortune that was like, if the cake is bad, what good is the frosting? I mean, what the hell does that even mean? I mean, I don't know. I digress. But anyway, let's play some Miho Nakayama, Tokimeki High School. So, yes, this is a very cool dating simulator from 1987. It was an awesome year, but all over the world. Yeah, we'll check out Miho Nakayama on the Famicom Disk System, brought to us through the magic of our Super Console X. And this is English patched and ready to go. So it was, I tried actually to play this game before it was English patched with my cell phone pointing at the screen with like some kind of English camera on it, and it just didn't work at all. But this does work. This is all translated and raring to go. So let's rock and roll. Oh, dude, they got God Ramen on. This is like my favorite Jetman episode. Okay. God Ramen, he needs water to like survive, and so this like ramen nerd is like trying to keep his kettle away from him so he can't beat the Blue Ranger who he has a crush on. This episode is literally like one of the greatest things ever in the history of anything. So yeah, I love that episode so much. And like the cool thing is like the nerdy guy is like brave in the episode, so he impresses the Blue Ranger. My big criticism is that they never had like a payoff where it showed the Blue Ranger and the ramen nerd like getting together as a couple later in the series. So okay, so the ramen makes people violently impatient. Sinister, take care, my friend. Good talking to you. Take care. And stay well, my friend. Yeah, so the ramen makes people like super impatient because like ramen is supposed to be like done in a minute, you know. So if you don't get what you want in a minute, you go crazy. So yeah, like the Vyram, the bad guys made this like poisoned ramen that like breaks people's brains, and like the guy, the monster, is this like evil ramen noodle cup that's, you know, hawking this ramen with the help of this like naive ramen nerd who has a crush on the Blue Ranger, Ako-chan. So yeah, this is like such a good episode because it really combines everything that I love about Japanese culture from the 80s and early 90s. You know, cool music, good action, ramen noodles, just bright colors. It's phenomenal. So yeah, Jetman is the best. Okay, Miho Nakayama time. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. I want to make sure this isn't too loud here. Man, I love the Famicom disk system. Okay, it's Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School. Let's start a new game here. My name is Noel! Exclamation point. Do do do. This is Tokimeki High School. Your dad relocated for a job, so this is your first day here. What kind of school life awaits me? Only one way to find out. Switch disk side. Now, I think I just hit A to switch the disk side, which on this controller would be circle. I'm just going to hit a bunch of buttons. One of these will work. I don't know. I just hit a bunch of buttons, so. Alright, I'm going to lower this a little bit here, because I don't want to wake up my family. Classes are over for the day. You're quite the oddball, aren't ya? Who even transfers this time of year? The name's Sadakichi Yamamura. Us guys gotta stick together. I've got your back, man. Nice to meet ya. Let's talk a little more. There's no one more important to me. Oh, sorry, there's no one more important. Wait, there's no one more important to me. I don't know. Let's examine where. Let's examine our friend here. It's a Miho Nakayama phone card. Let's talk. Hey, that's a Miho Nakayama card, right? I have the same one. Wouldn't a Tokimeki High School be a nice one too? You're a Miho fan too, eh? Did you know they made a Miho phone service? The number is... So I guess you could call this number in 1987, and that would probably do something like probably be a recording of Miho Nakayama that would talk to you. You know. Oh yeah, you're new here, so I'll show you around. Follow me. Oh no, you bumped into a girl. Eek. Sorry, are you okay? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Excuse me, I'm in a hurry. You're pretty careless. Who's that? That was Mizuho Takayama from next door. Mizuho Takayama? I'm going to examine this thing she dropped here. It's a bunny charm. How cute. I'm going to take it. Alright, I'll get it back to her. Hey, I can do that for you. Great. The loudmouths are here. Did your heart race when you bumped into that girl? Ooh, how scandalous. The trio takeoff. What was that all about? They're Erika Shizumi's groupies. Erika Shizumu. Oh no, Erika Shizumu. She's the school board chairman's daughter. She's a stunning beauty, but also a piece of work. And there she is. Who called my name? I'm Erika Shimizu, sorry. Yikes. No, I just... Sadakichi's scared. Ah, never mind. Hello. Oh, it's you. Welcome to your first day. I'm Erika. I trust you'll remember the name. Come to me with any issues. I'll consult my father about them. Erika likes you. Consider yourself lucky. Silence. Let's meet again sometime. Now, if you'll excuse me. Ho ho ho. Or, oh, wait. Oh ho ho. Yeah, this would be like some kind of laugh. Konnichiwa, Nintendo 70. We are playing Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School. They all leave. Look, man, you don't want to get involved with her. Let's move here. Oh, crap. I was hoping we'd avoid this guy. It's Masomi Tsuji, a major creep. Oh, it's the new guy. Since you're new here, here's a piece of advice so you don't embarrass yourself. Don't even bother going after the chicks, since they're all crazy about me. Now, in Tokimeki Memorial, the character like this was actually a girl, but I don't think there's any way that that's a girl. So it was a girl disguised as a guy. Ha ha ha, au revoir. He disappears as soon as I try to talk to him, so he really is a creep. It's what's on the inside that counts. It's that trio again. Where the heck did they come from? What's with you? Don't trash Suji. Suji's cool. And smart, too. Not to mention rich. He's nothing like you two. Yeah, that's right. They disappear like a cyclone. It's one oddball after another. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta return that charm. It slipped my mind, too. It's okay. She hasn't left yet. Okay, I hear a girl. I hear a girl in the room. All right, girls in their underwear. 8-bit girls in their underwear. It's Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School. It is a dating simulator that is starring and endorsed by 80s pop idol Miho Nakayama, and this is on the Famicom disk system. This is not a hentai. Although, I bet Arrow could hook us up with some visual novels if we wanted to go down that route. But this is a family YouTube channel. We're not going to explore that genre, okay? Molesters, perverts. Although I do have like a strip rock, paper, scissors game that I will occasionally play on here. But I'll like, you know, turn it off before it gets too bad. Get out of here, you losers. Ow, don't hit me, it hurts. Stop. Let's get out of here. Mizuo, what are you two doing? Let's talk here. I'm sorry, we won't do that again. Forgive us. Boys really are pigs. Oh, that charm. So it's loading here. Oh, that's my charm. Thank goodness I got it back. You picked it up for me. Thank you. I thought it was gone for good. This little guy's like my good luck charm. Look at the time. I'm sorry. I have to get back right away. Thank you so much. Oh, and no more peeping, okay? See ya. Ah, that startled me, but you're a cutie, Mizuho. Which reminds me, doesn't she look like Miho Nakayama? Now that you mention it, yeah, I see a resemblance. Come on, wanna head out of here too? But that was too intense, though. That peeping Tom student. We're walking a fine line. Listen, I was listening to a podcast yesterday with Dutch Mantel, and he said, you know, being a moron and being a genius, there's a degree of difference between the two. Alright, I'm freezing. Jeez, it's freezing. Oh, welcome home. How was school? It was alright. Anyway, where's dinner? When's dinner? Let's talk here. Brother, you got a call from a chick. You're already messing around, you player. Here's the number. So this is Mizuho's number, I bet, here. Ah, Mizuho. So I wonder if you played this game and you called that number, like one of the characters would like talk to you or something like that. You really are a handful. But does that mean she... Alright, I'll make my move tomorrow at school. Hee hee hee. Let's take a brief break to watch the opening to Jetman here. Hang on a second here. See, it keeps freezing. See, that really annoys me, man. Like, I'm gonna mute this for a second here. Yeah, like, it's just got, like, this channel, like, it keeps, like, screwing up during the Jetman opening credits. It's got, like, the Jetman dabbing right here. Yeah, I don't know, so. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, well, back to Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School here. It's Super Sentai. Yes, it is. I love Jetman. It would be funny if those were the Mean Gene hotline. You mean the hotline that cost my mom like $300 because I kept calling it as a kid? I tend to lower Jetman here. I'm gonna turn off Jetman here as much as I love Jetman, but no point in just having an extra TV on. Okay, so it's the next day at school here. Hey, where is Mizuho? She didn't come to school today. I hear this happens often. Maybe she has a weak constitution. Huh? Really? That's not good. Did she catch a cold? Oh well, let's go home. I'm back. Oh, what's wrong? You seem down. Yeah, a little. Oh, your brother wants you to call him. Here's a note with the number. Time to call the Mean Gene hotline here for all the tips and tricks WCW has to offer here. What was that about? Oh, nothing. Oh yeah, I found a photo of a girl lying on the floor. Is it yours? Let's examine this photo here. It looks like a photograph your brother took. It's a photo of Miho Nakayama. The more you look at it, the more she looks like Mizuho to you. This is the bunny charm here that we found. Holy bunnies, that's the bunny charm. She wasn't at school today either. So, you know, we're in a situation here where we have the cute nerdy girl at school, and she's not around, and now there's a mysterious picture of Miho Nakayama holding the same bunny charm that you just retrieved for the girl. Could she really be? Okay, I'll find out tomorrow at school. Incidentally, Miho Nakayama, if you watch Kenny Lauderdale's YouTube channel, was in the Sailor Suits Rebel Alliance, was it? The one that was like, you know, sailor gang girls in a high school, and there was like some evil American English teacher who was like dressed up like Catwoman, and like Miho Nakayama was like Tuxedo Mask, and she like threw roses at like the bad guys to hurt them, and I don't know, it was pretty cool. There's a Kenny Lauderdale video about it. And they do actually show a commercial for this game in that video. Next day after school, is Mizuho Takayama really Miho Nakayama? Hey, do you know where Mizuho is? Should be in the music room. You're a pretty smooth operator, ain't ya? Show the photo. Whoa, it's a real snapshot of Miho. Gimme, gimme. No way. Let's examine some stuff around here. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. His face is as huge as ever. So, how are you liking school so far? Whoa, what's going on? I'm only so friendly. I didn't mean to be weird, so. Alright. Mizuho will go home if I don't hurry. Vice Principal. Hey, no running in the halls. Mizuho will go home if you don't hurry. Hey, wait, I'm not done talking with you. What do you think you're doing? Blah, blah, blah. How do I get past this guy? It's a photo of Miho Nakayama. What do I do? Examine. He's probably a real stickler. Oh, what's this? Hey, what are you doing? You take a piece of paper from the principal's pocket. Aha, it's a porno video flyer. Give that back. Maybe I'll tell everyone that the vice principal has, you're excused. I'll be hanging on to this. Ha ha ha. The vice principal ran off. Mizuho will go home if you don't hurry. Oh, come on. It's the principal this time. He's upset too. You're that exchange student, Noel. Well, I'm glad you're doing well. Feel free to see me if you have any issues with me, or any issues with anything. That's the principal for you. He doesn't sweat the small stuff. Switch disk side. I don't know how I'm switching the disk size. I'm just hitting a bunch of buttons here. Okay. I would like to meet a boy in Japan that at this actual game is the main character. Okay. Mizuho's in front of the piano. Oh no, thanks for calling me yesterday. I'm gonna examine this girl. Is this girl really Miho Nakayama? It's the photo of Miho Nakayama. What do you call... I'm gonna call Miho here. Huh? She winced for a moment, but her usual warm smile returned right away. What is it? Switch disk side. No, thanks so much for yesterday. Okay, hey, you're Miho Nakayama, aren't you? Can I tell you something? Okay, let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's ease into it. Sure, what is it? I just transferred here. I went and did something terrible. Let's be nice about this here. Yeah, it must be rough. Let's be friends. I want to say things I shouldn't say aloud. I don't want to be friends. I want to be more than friends. Oh, but I don't want to creep her out either, because I don't know Japanese girls' temperaments here. I want to say things I shouldn't say aloud. Alright, let's be friends. I know what you mean. You're Miho Nakayama, aren't you? I'm gonna go with that one now. Huh? Is this some kind of sick joke? You're in for it now. My brother took this photo. That bunny must be important to you. Yeah, actually, it's my good luck charm. My brother took this photo. What's this supposed to be? Jeez, this is ridiculous. This is what you want to talk to me about? I'm leaving. From that day on, Mizuho stopped coming to school. It looks like she transferred. Whose fault is it? Yours? Oh man! This is game over. Interesting, interesting. Well, you know, I guess she's trying to keep her covered, you know. Well, we can always reset the game, so. I still have no idea what buttons I'm hitting that's actually changing the discs here. Miho's in front. Oh, it's letting me retry it here. Mizuho's in front of the piano. Thanks for calling me yesterday. Is this girl really Miho Nakayama? Okay, I'm gonna just call her Mizuho. What is it? Alright, let's try this again. I like how... So, okay, I believe Hinorobu Sakaguchi from Final Fantasy made this game. I'm not joking. I think it was this, then Final Fantasy he worked on. So. Mizuho, Noel, thanks so much for yesterday. Can I tell you something? Sure, what is it? I just transferred here. Yeah, it must be rough. Let's be friends. I know what you mean. But it must be important to you. Yeah, it's my good luck charm. When I have a test or something, I get nervous. That little guy helps me out. Let's straight up ask her about the photo. Can you take a look at this photo? What? This? How did you? My brother's a cameraman. I see. I guess I can't hide it anymore. It's exactly what you're thinking. Why did I hide it? I wasn't trying to trick anyone. I just wanted to have peace of mind. And now she's Miho. Okay. I am a 17-year-old girl, after all. I want to chat with friends, go on dates, and have a normal life like everyone else. Please, Noel, I'm begging you. Don't tell anyone. I want it to be our secret. Of course, don't worry. Thank you, Noel. Hey, don't go back. Why don't we go back together? Wait a sec, okay? I need to get my bag. Alright, gotta play it smooth with Miho here. That worked out a little better. I must be dreaming to think that girl's Miho. Erica, Mizu happens to pass by. Oh, there you are. I'm having my birthday party this Sunday. I really would like you to be there for it. It's Erica's invitation. If you skip out, who knows what'll happen to you? Silence. Make sure to attend. Oh ho ho ho. I like the expression on his face. It kind of reminds me of like Peppa Pig's expression when or Daddy Pig's expression, or really any Peppa Pig character's expression when something weird is happening. Don't give up, Noel. Yes, all right. Oh, great. It's Masomi Suji here. Hey, what are you just... hey, what were you just talking about? I'm really into Erica. You can't be with her, and don't forget it. Don't you forget it. Who does he think he is? Alright. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait for Miho. Not here yet, I guess. How exciting. She's late. Is she messing with me? Now that's concerning. That's odd. I wonder what's the matter. Oh, sorry I'm late. I ran in the halls and got stopped by the vice principal. This game's really funny. You too. Come on, let's go. So you and Miho end up walking home together. Well, what will you guys talk about? Do you have work today? I haven't walked with a girl in a while. Let's avoid that one. And just go, do you have work today? I don't want to talk about work. What do you mean? It must be tough being an idol. I'll ask what do you mean. Since I'm a celebrity, people usually treat me differently. I hate that. I'm a big Miho fan. It must be tough being an idol. Are you off this Saturday? I don't really understand. Do you want to go out with me next time? Or sorry, yeah, do you want, yeah. What emotion? Is it because I'm Miho Nakayama, so you're like those other people too? Were you just toying with me? That's awful. What are you talking about? What the frick? What the hell? I'm just trying to talk. From that day on, Mizuho stopped coming to school. It looked like she transferred. It's your fault. So this game couldn't fit in a cartridge. Well, it was 87, so that was when... I'm gonna actually save state this here. Actually, I'm gonna save state and do a regular save. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. I think we should beat this game today. Yeah, we should. It's the Peeping Tom's fault. We'll do it live. So this came out in like 87, and I think in 1987, Nintendo was like just releasing everything on disk system as its standard. So um, I don't know if this game could have fit on a cartridge. I mean, it's kind of it's basically a visual novel. So I know that visual novels tended to tax the Famicom, but if they definitely were good on the Famicom. I mean, Nintendo's top games were coming out, yeah, like Zelda, Castlevania, Contra. Yeah, Zelda and Castlevania, those were all disk system games. Rockman was cartridge though. Yeah. So yeah, 87, it would have made sense for this to be on disk system just because it was on disk system, but this game actually just got a translation a few months ago. Because I had been hoping this game would get a translation, and I just figured it's like, I'm going to check if this game's got a translation. I checked last night, and sure enough, someone uploaded a translation of it. So here we go. All right, back to our exciting game here. Back it up a little here. Okay. I've been watching this YouTube channel called Basement Brothers, and they review a lot of PC 88 games that look really cool. There's a PC 98 emulator on this thing, and I don't know how to use it because it's like asking like it's asking like acting like I should be typing things. And I don't know what to type. So all right, I'm gonna wait for Miho here. Sorry I'm late. I ran to the vice principal. Come on, let's go. Switch disk side. So, you and Miho are walking home together, and what are we going to talk about? Fine, I'll expose myself for being a dork here. Yay, you see me as a normal girl. What do you mean? Since I'm a celebrity, people usually treat me differently. I hate that. I'm a big Miho fan. Hang in there at work. Dude, what the fuck? Like, there's no way. I'm talking about her work either way. Like, it's like hang in there at work, and I'm a big Miho fan. So her work is being Miho Nakayama, and her work. So I'm just saying, like, hey, hang in there. Sometimes I wonder if the people who made these games have ever actually talked to girls, which would make sense that they don't, because they're nerds who make video games about dating Miho Nakayama, which is fine, because those are the kind of games I want to be playing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, too. You were worried about me, right? Thank you. Yeah, that's my thing, I'm glad we walked home together. Me too. Alright, good job. It's nice to chat. I don't have many friends. I heard you don't get to come to school much. Thanks for worrying about me, but I'll be fine. Alright, let's go over for the day. Are you off this Sunday? It'll be my first day off in a while. Why? Do you want to go out with me next time? What emotion? Huh? Really? I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm free Sunday. Let's meet at 2 o'clock in the cafe. See you then. Alright, we got a date with Miho Nakayama. That's good. Okay. After many days, Sunday arrives, the day of the anticipated date. I'm off. Noel joyfully rushes out. But then... What the fuck is that? Who are you people? Just cooperate or you'll get hurt. Where are you taking me? We're poor, so you won't get a ransom. The date with Miho. Your consciousness gradually slips. Where am I at? You're at Erica's mansion. You were going to go on a date with that Mizuho girl. We won't let that happen. This is definitely not good. I have to escape somehow. Erica enters the room wearing an ornate Snow White dress. Hi, Erica. Oh, you're finally awake. Do you like my dress? Yes. Aw, thanks. Here, have some tea. I'll just drink the tea here. It's so good, as you'd expect from wealth. It's a gourmet. It's great. Grab. Okay. But what tong is not... Wait, what am I even saying? I had it laced with some anesthetic. You won't be leaving today. Damn it, she poisoned me. I've taken quite the liking to you. Will you be my boyfriend? If you anger her, she might force Miho to quit school. She just to spite you. What do you say? No, I'm not dating you. You fucking drugged me. Who do you think you're dealing with? Lock him in. All the doors are locked. I'm not going to let you get away this easily. Who's it going to be? Me or that Mizuho girl? Mizuho! I won't allow it. I'll have my father expel her. Run! I won't forget this. What an awful guy. To think you went and made our lovely Erica cry. You'll regret this. Somehow you escaped. You made it to the yard. There's a dog. Sick. Wait a second. Can I talk to the dog? Damn it. Lock him in, guys. Yes, ma'am. All the doors are locked. Look, I'm not going to let you escape. I'm gonna run. You'll have to jump out the window. Will you do it? Yes, I will. You open a window and rush outside. Here goes nothing. Did I die? I was on the 3rd floor. Who do you think you're dealing with? Lock him in. I'm not going to let you get away that easily. He's gonna be Mizuho or me. Wait a second. Okay. Maybe I can lie to her and nah. I'm saying Mizuho. I beg you, please don't do that. I'm not going to let you get away this easily. It's going to be me or that Mizuho girl. Do I have a choice? I'm gonna run again. fell. Alright. I mean, listen, if the other girl wasn't Miho Nakayama, I'd probably just say yes, but... And it's not that she's Miho Nakayama. I think this is the most F-bombs I've dropped on a stream. Yeah, it's pretty interesting game. Alright, I made it to the yard. Okay, sick him out. I'm gonna hit him. Oh, darn it. There's gotta be a way out of here. Okay. Do we have use photo of Miho Nakayama? Nothing happens. Examine. There's God, darn it. Fine, Erica. Here, have some tea. I'm gonna eat the cake. It's so good. I expect from a gourmet. Grab, grab, grab. She poisoned the cake too. If you anger her, she might force Miho to quit school. Fine. I'll swallow my tears for Miho, damn it. Thanks. Here, have some tea. Yay, I'll have more tea here. It's so good. Yum, yum, yum. I've taken quite a liking to you. Will you be my boyfriend? Huh? If you anger... God, what the hell am I supposed to do? How about this? What the hell is that? Oh, is it like meat? Roast chicken. Oh, I can do this. I can throw this at the dog. Okay. Saving it for later. It's definitely delicious. I'm gonna run. Run! Okay, I got it. Here we go. Sick 'em. Use the chicken. The chicken! Dog's movements. You're able to escape. It looks like the chicken had an aesthetic in it, too. I don't have much time. I gotta hurry. I won't forget this. This is a good game. Miho isn't here. This doesn't make sense. Wait, Miho isn't here. That does make sense. It's already 6 o'clock. She must have already left. Damn it. What's wrong? You look a bit down in the dumps. You got a call from someone named Mizuho. It's all a misunderstanding, Miho. From that day on, Mizuho stopped coming to school and you never saw her again. How However, it doesn't seem to be your fault, this, Noel. You were thinking of her, which makes it even harder to swallow. There's plenty of fish in the sea as the years go by. Make sure to treasure the moments you had with her, okay? Never give up on finding love either. Still, you don't get another chance like that. She was a famous idol after all. However, several days later, you get a letter from Miho. I'm really sorry, Noel. I didn't get the whole story. Sadakichi told me everything that happened with you and Erica. I want to see you again so I can apologize. I'll be waiting for you at the cafe Friday. Okay, good. Phew. I knew Miho would understand. This game is pretty fun. It like plays with like fourth wall and stuff. But when did Sadakichi? Damn it, I'm crying. Oh, there's Miho. No, Miho. I was very hurt. I'm gonna go with you don't get it here. I mean, let's be, no, but she said she understood. You fool. I was very hurt. I was poisoned here. What emotion. I'm sorry. Okay. You're sorry? Of course. I did such an awful thing to you. I have no right to ask for your forgiveness. Noel, it's too painful to look at you in the eyes. Goodbye. What? Please try again. Alright, let's try this again here. Miho. But you don't get it. What emotion? I'm sorry. I'll say like, just forget it. Okay. This is an awful thing. I have no right to ask for forgiveness. Damn it. Alright, let's try this again here. So, you know, that Home and Away TV show on International Channel, that like stars Miho Nakayama. She's like the main character. Damn, it feels like I'm always late to catch this one live. I wonder how Miho Nakayama would respond to these answers on social media. I still contend that the people who made this game have never actually talked to women. Not that I'm any, like, expert, but, like, I don't know. Like, oh, Miho. I'm sorry. You're sorry? Of course. Urgh. I don't want to be mean to her. I guess girls, maybe these guys have talked to women. Maybe she wants me to be an asshole. All right, let's see this here. All right. I'm sorry. That's not good enough. Don't blame me so much. No, that doesn't work either. I do I like that they keep letting you try again now. All right. Say you don't get it. I'm sorry. You're sorry? Of course. Dude, what other thing? What's the right combo here? This entire game is based on getting rejected as many times as possible. You know what this is like? It's like on JoJo when Diavolo was put in that infinite death loop by Giorno. It's like what? It's like the dating version of that. Okay. Miho. I'm sorry. Damn it. Okay, so silence first, then it is just an awful thing. You have no right to ask for forgiveness. Or she's not crying. Shit, now she's crying. Urgh. We have to find a way to win Miho Nakayama's heart here. Maybe... Hang on a second here. I'm going to pause this. Okay, hold on a second. Maybe if we take a break and we go on YouTube and we watch the commercial for this game, maybe that will help us to figure out like what we need to do here. So we'll go to SmartCast. And go to YouTube. Oh, hey, look, it's my live stream. Ask Arrow, he's an expert. Okay, Arrow, you are the dating game aficionado here. All right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, well, this is Miho Nakayama's songs, but that's not what I wanted here. Here, this is a great one here. Let's take a brief break from Miho Nakayama's. One of my top-rated videos is the Miho Nakayama show she did with Hamada, If Dreams Come True. I get a lot of Japanese comments on that. This would have been right around 1987, I think, so... Straighten that up a little bit. Sorry. Not good enough there. I actually have this song in my Christmas mix. It's got kind of a holiday vibe to it. Plus the star that guides the wise men, you know. Yeah, this song goes hard. This is good stuff here. I mean, if we ever got invaded by a warlike race of aliens, we could just use Miho Nakayama's music to screw with their society, and then they'd all have emotional and mental breakdowns, and then they'd be unable to fight us in war because their society would fall. Like in Macross, yeah. So let me show you, guys. You probably have seen this video. It's one of my top rated YouTube videos here. These songs are all awesome here, by the by. But this one here is the one from If Dreams Come True here. Hang on. I want to watch that commercial too, but... If dreams come true. This is the Tokimeki High School commercial right here.
私と恋愛物語作らない？ファミコンゲーム中山美穂のときめきハイスクール。ゲームの途中で電話番号が出たら電話をかけて私のメッセージを聞いてね。美穂です。お電話ありがとう。ゲームの結果をディスクファックスすれば美穂の素敵なプレゼントが当たります。
12/19. It's the day after my birthday.
あなた次第。
夢が送れるディスクシステム。
We gotta watch that again.
私と恋愛物語作らない？ファミコンゲーム中山美穂のときめきハイスクール。
You know, I'm sure a lot of people paid good money for that phone, not only because it's comedically gigantic, but because Miho Nakayama actually sat on it. So, you know, it's, you know, in high demand, you know.
恋の行方はあなた次第。
夢が送れるディスクシステム。
Okay. Hang on a second here. I bet if I just search myself up here. Wait, I just go to my playlists here, I think, right? Do I have like popular videos on a playlist here? My Sunday school videos here. All right, we're like checking out the Noel ComiX YouTube channel video. Oh yeah. Okay, this was like an early video I did of like some Dragon Ball AF fan art right there. Yeah, good times, good times. Oh yeah, that Access video's got some traction on it. That's good. What is this Among Us thing? It's probably something Santino did. It's in my international channel playlist, but that's like, nah, I bet I could go to it. Where is international channel playlist here? Okay, here we go. Yeah, we could just like hop into these right now. This is some good shit right here. I have dedicated my life to the creation of the Bubble Star. Hey, look, there you go. Look, it's Danita right there. International channel knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, like it when you do it right there, right there. Goten's date. Dry, dry. Oh yeah, this is an Evil Zone radio drama that I have a CD of, and I did fan art for it and like put it to the whole CD. Yeah, good times. My Regis Philbin book report. Where is that? This is a good. This was a good Fuji drama, Serious Affair. Used to watch that on an international channel. Yume wo Shinjite. Here, no. Oh, this is one. Okay, this is a Miho Nakayama drama right here that was on an international channel. There she is. Yeah. No, that's not her. There she is. Yeah. So this was like 2001, 2002. It's funny, I really liked this show a lot, and I had no idea Miho Nakayama was like an 80s pop idol or anything like that. Yeah, the show was funny. She was like stranded away from home and had to find a way back. No, I know my video with Hamada is in the popular section, but do I have a playlist of my popular section? Like, I'm trying... Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it. Here we go. I love this song. This song is, like, so soothing. Yeah, she sings the song. I've seen a little bit of this show. It's great. Dude, I get so many comments from Japanese people, like, thanking me for having this on YouTube. Makes me like really happy. So they did this like romantic comedy drama where like the two leads were Hamada from Downtown, Hey 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 Music Jam, and Miho Nakayama. Yeah, please don't block this YouTube. Yeah, I love this song so much. I love the visuals on this opening, too. That's a really cool directorial angle right there. Okay. Oh, hey, look, it's me rambling about the Vikings. I'm not gonna like do like us watching a video of me during a live stream. That's like too weird. I wonder. There's like a really good live performance of that song on here too. That's in my liked videos here. Hang on here. Where is that? Wow, Santino really likes a lot of videos here. Like, I'm looking at my liked video section, and it's all these like funny Minecraft videos that Santino did. Okay, here's more of my stuff. You know, WCW Worldwide, Peekaboo Boxing. That It Comes Today song is really good. Young Bucks complaining about things. Where is this? Jimmy Dore. Boxing. Batman toys. SNES Drunk. I love that guy's YouTube channel. It's really good. Oh, yeah. I like to watch videos about, like, weird Famiclones. Oh, look, it's the dark side of Hulk Hogan. We'll get blocked if I show that. Where is that? That is a great Hulk Hogan promo right there. But again, I can't show Hulk Hogan stuff. Oh, yeah. There's the promo where Hulk and Macho Man are talking to a hobo. Yeah, good stuff. Where is that performance here? Liked videos. This is it. Is this it right here? I think this is it here. Yeah, this is it. Okay, here we go. Far beyond more weird than Chris Pratt's voice of Mario. It's really weird. I saw the trailer. It looks fantastic. But Chris Pratt as Mario is not right. I mean, I like Chris Pratt. His voice is all wrong. And by all wrong, I mean, like, comedically wrong. You know? Can't they just get the guy who did the Mario voice after Lou Albano? Like the guy who did the Mario 3 cartoon or something? These are like the things I listen to when I fall asleep. This in the Blood Fight credits. Man, 90s Japanese music was so good. Mainly because it was like still in the 80s, you know? It's good stuff. Big fan of Puffy, Amiyumi, and TM Revolution. Absolutely. TMR is my favorite. Man, I love those. Yeah, that's just good times, man. All right. All right. Let's now that we have visited the Dungeon of Doom, and oh yeah, now YouTube has detected copyrighted audio. But it's okay, because the worst that's going to happen, I think, from that amount of WWE is that we're going to get our stream blocked in Russia, Afghanistan, and Syria. So WWE. Oh, and I think like Sri Lanka, I think it gets blocked into. So yeah, WWE doesn't play in those countries. So other than that, you know, if I was making money on this video, I'd have to give good old Triple H, you know, a cut, if not all. All right, let's go back to our Tokimeki right here. So do 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 do. Where am I here? Xbox here. Okay. It's 2 a.m. What? Is it really 2 a.m.? It is 2 a.m. We gotta stop. All right. Yeah, I got church tomorrow. All right. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have to. Geez, time flies when you're playing Miho Nakayama's Tokimeki High School, and watching the Dungeon of Doom. Yes. Okay. Let's save state this here. All right. Okay, save state. All right, we're good. Save to slot 0. All right, we should be good. Okay, so, all right, that's enough of you, Miho. All right, well, guys, it's been fun. You know, hope everyone stays, you know, safe and healthy. And sorry if I offended anyone with my opinions about politics and professional wrestling. You know, we live in a free country, and, you know, let's keep it that way, and let's be thankful for what we have, each other, and other things too. And, you know, pray for world peace, that too. And, you know, never give up on your ability to, you know, romance 80s pop idol Miho Nakayama. It's, you know, if you stick with it, eventually you will, you know, find a way. So, good times, good times. Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Glad I could do a stream. I know it started at midnight, which is a little on the later side. But yeah, so stay tuned to the YouTube channel for all manner of fun things. And until next time, guys. Oh, hey, yeah, good night, my friend. Hopefully, you know, you enjoyed, you know, some 1987 dating sim right there. Good time, good time. All right, I got to get to bed because I got church tomorrow. And then Sunday, you know, the Vikings are playing, and I have to make sure I have a lesson ready. So take care, good night, sleep tight, and I will see you in the very near future on the Noel ComiX YouTube channel. Bye-bye.